Hey people. Okay, so I have not been around for a while. A few days. Basically, this is what happened. Backstory. My father divorced my mom because he's smart. Then he married a woman named Cheryl. Cheryl and him had a baby. They named him Ryan. I have one picture of me with like crazy looking hair and this ginormous fat baby. And so they had a baby. Well, then they divorced. So my dad, who works for the military, but at that time he was in the military, and they were having him all over the world. Like, he's been in dozens of countries and all that. Now he's not working in, like, he's with the Air Force, but he has nothing to do with any sort of guns, nothing, okay? So, anyhoozle, so Cheryl ends up moving up north somewhere. She gets married, and because my father is overseas all the time, I never see him. Like, I saw him, I think, once. I think Chase saw him once. Not me. Chase saw him once, and that's when he was flying through Dallas to get to a connecting international flight. Anyway, so the thing is that, like, my dad is still a military man, so, you know, it's kind of like, you know, we don't really talk about things and stuff. And when my grandmother passed away, my grandma Juanita, when she passed away, he didn't tell me until after the fact. And I was so mad at him. And I remember I was very, very young. And I was so mad at him, like, the worst words I could say at the time. I was like, darn you! You are a jerk! You know, like, I was so fuming. So, a little bit later, when I was younger, my Pat passed. And so, and yes, my room is still dirty behind me because we are moving things. Shut up. So my Pat passed, and he flew me out there to actually go to the funeral and all that. Anyway, I have been so searching for my brother, but I don't know his last name. And it's kind of hard for me to go, hey Dad, what's my brother that you gave up for adoption's last name? And my dad did give him up for adoption to that man, only because he is with this man all the time. And my dad knows he's overseas. It was the best thing that he could do, he thought at the time. Anyway, I don't know when they told him he was adopted or what, but apparently he went crazy one day. I remember when I lived below Crackhead Julie, and Cheryl had contacted him because they've got some, you know, military email bullcrap you can find anybody or something like that. Anyway, she contacted him and said that he didn't want to be a whatever his last name is. He wanted to be our last name. So, anyway, my dad was like, I don't even know what to do with it. And I thought my dad was kind of kidding. So I was like, well, say that you're only allowed to have one screwed up kid at a time. Because she had sent pictures and he was like drinking beer and had all these tattoos and stuff, and duh, I've got tattoos and have drank beer. I've even drinking vodka. I've drinking it. Anyway, so my dad sent me an email, and he said, this is very hard for me to tell you, but do you remember that when me and Cheryl were married, we had a son? I was like, and we named him Ryan. Okay. And he joined the military, but he was on the front line, so he got to see everything. And he did a few tours. He went to Afghanistan and he went to Iraq. And his last time he came home was in like mid-December, and they just had a baby boy. And he named his son after our dad. Not his stepfather, like after our dad. So he has felt kind of lost out there, I think. Like he really wanted to be a part of something, and he knew he didn't feel right with them or something. I don't know. I can only speculate, but he came home. They had Christmas. And then, I think January 17th, he took his life. So, I wish I would have just asked my dad, because I would have loved to meet him. And his wife and his baby. And Cheryl, because I remember Cheryl, and she was so nice to me. So, the brother that I have been looking for since I was able to look for somebody, he is gone. So, rest in peace, Ryan. You're always gonna be a Ryan Wolfe to me, okay?